Right, folks, don't need these on for this. This is just talking. Right, today's Rugby League Challenge Cup final. As I said, if you watch yesterday's video, not many have, but don't worry me. I was going today. I was expecting Hull KR to win, but hoping Warrington could. I knew they could. I knew we've got the people to do the job, but I weren't sure we would. Hull are the form team in the league at this moment in time, Hull KR that is. They're absolutely flying. Mickey Lewis is untouchable at the moment. We've got a couple of real special players out, and I was really worried about what team he would pick. In the end, it wasn't that bad, although I would have made one change myself. And I was worried about injuries. I thought injuries had come back to bite us. They never, as it turned out, or not as I expected. But I drove it today. I got back home into Warrington for about 8:10. Did fantastically well. Parked near the stadium, had a crackerjack of a seat on the in between the try line and the 25. At the end, that Warrington were attacking in the second half. Enjoyed the game. It was a hard game and whatever else. It was well fought. But I just come away gutted, absolutely gutted. I honestly and genuinely believe the best team lost. I'm going to watch it shortly. I've recorded it. It's always different when you watch it. You see different things you don't see. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I've got lots of comments on it about the game and some of the players. As far as I know, they only just beat us. As they scored the try and then kicked the goal to win the game, we went then kicked off. Sneed put it along the ground. I thought they'd knocked on. They'd not. Hull KR fans cheered because obviously they knew they were going to see it out. They did that kick into the corner. It got fumbled. I don't know if they scored a try from there. I don't know if they did. I don't even know the final score. I'm assuming they didn't and we just knocked on. But I don't know. I would have bet Warrington on the handicap because I think they were giving away 7.5. I fancied Warrington to cover it. I did say in yesterday's video, if it was a tight game, which it was, I thought we would win it. I thought if Hull KR won it, it would be somewhat of a blowout. They would beat us easily, so I was wrong there. Although I said I thought we'd cover the handicap. I think I was hoping deep down that we would win, although I said it was going to be hard for us. But I watched the game, and these are my thoughts on the game, and also a lot about rugby league that I'm not so sure about. I mean, I have never seen so many people involved with a rugby league game as at Rugby League at Wembley. They're just going absolutely over the top with everything, and maybe many of you haven't seen it or aren't bothered and whatever else, but I just thought it's all too much. I mean, they did the old Abide With Me. Have they got one singer for that and then two singers for the national anthem? The girls on at half-time, there must be 300 or 400 girls on the pitch. Good luck to them, but millions and millions and millions of them. They've got all the people doing the pyrotechnics. They've all got all the people sat round the pitch. There's people everywhere. Before the game starts, the announcer, I don't know who he was, but he was a right pillock. I'm hearing him thinking, he's saying a couple of minutes before the off, well, we're in for a game. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic game of rugby league. This is going to be brilliant. Hull KR at top of the league, and Warrington are playing really well this season. And I'm thinking, no, we're not. We're playing really well in some games, but not in others. We're not where we want to be. We're pretty sure we're going to get better, and we hope we are. But I thought, what are you talking about? And I'm thinking, how could you tell us all it's going to be a brilliant game? Nobody knows that. And in the end, for all it was a close game, brilliant game to me is often games with lots of tries and wonderful tries. There was none of that in there. I'm thinking, what drivel you? And then when he did the countdown, count down with me before we kick off. 10, 9, 8. And I'm thinking, this is pathetic. Imagine this in football. You won't get it in football. I'm thinking, it makes us look bloody silly. And Sneed's kicking off. I thought, I wish he was like me. I wish he'd let him get down to 0 and then wait another 5 seconds and then kick off just to upset the fella doing all that. Because I think, I don't want to be part of all that. So that started it for me at the start of the game. I know I'm being petty. I know I am. Some people say with rugby there's too many people on the pitch. There's 26 people as opposed to football with 22. Most of the time there was 30 odd on. What I couldn't understand is this. I have heard before that many people playing football, professional football, often can't wait for half time for the toilet and they'll pee themselves whilst playing football and whatever else. And I've heard it happens in rugby league. I've never played it professionally. I didn't know that. But that's what I've heard. That's what I've read. Warrington must never stop peeing all the way through the whole 80 minutes, because I'll tell you now, I seen something today that amazed me. We're playing a game, it's not particularly hot out there. It's warm, but it's not hot. It's raining most of the game as well. We're playing a game there. Within 3 minutes, I kid you not, 3 minutes, we've got, I don't know if it was 2 or 3, I think it was 2 water carriers behind our line as we're defending or as there's a stop in play, giving people water. I'm thinking, you've only been picking on 3 minutes. 3 minutes and they need water. They were on and off all game. There was a time when LKR, the people with their water, must have thought, we're lagging behind Warrington. They've got 5 people on. They brought 5 of their own on. So we've got 26 people on the pitch there and 10 people with water bottles. A break in play while everyone's lined up. Not well. And I'm thinking, this is madness. There's water carriers absolutely everywhere. I'm thinking, get off the picking pitch and let's play rugby. So that was before we really got going. Anyway, we play the game. They get a penalty early on, which ultimately really has sort of won them the game. And I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, well, we've kept Mickey Lewis quiet throughout the whole game, really. All he's done is put some kicks in. He's not really had a chance to play a running game. We've kept Iku quiet, but I think a lot of that was the ball didn't get to the wings much. Either team, it was all played up the middle. I think conditions part dictated that. We get to half-time, we've scored. We've kicked, we're 4 in front. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. I think we've been the better team. I think we've deserved it. But I'm thinking, Ulker are stung now. They're going to come out a different team second half. They came out and went for it, but we played really, really well. We played really well. And I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, well, Williams came into it a bit more second half and did a bit better, but obviously he's come back from an injury. He wasn't the effervescent George that he normally is, but he wasn't bad. Lewis is kept pretty quiet. And I'm thinking, they might be the boys with trickery. They might be the boys with pace. But there's one guy here that isn't anywhere near as quick. But he's quicker than any of them up here. I mean, I've just watched, is it that Tulsa King, the general? There's only one general in rugby league at the moment, and it's Sneed. He was absolutely brilliant. We've got beat today. I genuinely do not know the final score. I genuinely do not know who won Lance Todd. But if it's not Sneed, I'll be amazed. It must be. For me, it's either Sneed or I thought Thulis played really, really well. Ran really, really well. Took the ball up really well. Just played really well. Nothing to do with try scorers. I thought he played really well. And then many from both teams played a good game. But I thought Sneed was head and shoulders above them all. Anyway, second half, it's going on and on and on. They're in our half a lot for the first 10 or 15 minutes. Then we turned it around. We're down their end a lot, which is the end I'm watching. We're on their try line a lot. I think on reflection now, there's a few times when Sneed, for all he was brilliant, was kicking behind the goal to try and get 6 more on the third or fourth tackle with pretty much regularity. And it was working most every time when we get the ball back. And I'm thinking, yeah, but we're getting the ball back. We've got 6 tackles, but we're getting it back 50, 60 metres out. He's kicking on tackle 3 or 4 when we're only 10 or 15 metres out. Are we not better taking the next 2 tackles and trying to kick on 6? I like it that he mixes it up. I don't like a team that kicks on 6 every single time. But I'm thinking, it's great that we're getting the ball back, but we're a lot further from the try line than where we've been. Having said that, when we had the ball, I thought we made more distance than them. I seen the stats in the first half, and they made about 50 more metres. I was surprised because I thought we made bigger metres per single time. We made 30, 40 metres, 50 metres with regularity. I think they made their metres in shorter bursts. Anyway, I'm talking drivel there. I thought we were pretty good at making metres, but there was not a lot on the end of it. When we got near their try, there wasn't a lot. But that said, I'm watching KR, and with 11 minutes to go, I'm looking at the scoreboard, and I'm thinking, we're 4 in front here. This is a one-try game, this is. We scored again, they're not going to score twice. I really didn't believe they would. We've won it. But the problem is there's only 11 minutes to go. If they score any time now, we haven't got long to come back and score. Because if they score and kick the goal, we're in serious trouble. Because nobody really looked like scoring. And then with 6 minutes to go, I looked up and I thought exactly the same again. And I thought, as Fergie would say, it was a squeaky bum time for me. I'm thinking, I'm panicking here. I think we're the best team. I think we've been the best team. I think we deserve the win. But I just worry that they're going to have a play near the end. They're going to have one chance. They're going to take it and game over. And that's how it was. And I was gutted. I never seen straight at the end what I did. They scored that last try. I thought, I know you should kick the goal, but miss the goal. Miss the goal, take us with golden point. Because I'd have fancied us. We had Sneed as the general there. I'd have fancied us with golden point, although that can go either way. It's a toss of a coin. But I would have fancied us. And I'm thinking, good golden point. I think they have golden point Challenge Cup. I hope they do. I'm pretty sure they do. But they kept the goal. I thought, oh no. And then we kicked off. He played it along the floor. I thought they'd knocked on KR, but they'd not. And then I seen them kicking the corner into the six. And I know a cheer went up. I'm thinking it's just because we fumbled it. I don't know if KR scored in the corner at the end. I don't even know I'd gone. I wanted to miss the traffic and go. I was gutted for Warrington. I was absolutely gutted. I really, really, really was. So I drove there. I drove it back and made it quicker. But I'll say one thing that I wanted to mention. It's really weird. I had the rugby on only in the last few days. And I think Kevin Brown, was co-commentating with somebody. And he actually said, and it went through my mind when the last try was scored, he said, it's crazy. He said, when the ball's going dead, everybody tries to shepherd the ball out, push it out, kick it out, whatever it may be. But he said, it's strange. He said, playing for Tony Smith had a thing where he'd always say, just put your hand on the ball. It's easy to put your hand on the ball. Sometimes it's harder to push it out. You can miss it, whatever else. And that's exactly what happened at the end. Had we put a hand on the ball, which we could have done, it's dead, it finishes, and we're kicking out from under the post. I'm not knocking the lad at all. He had a good game. I'm not knocking him one iota. I had people next to me saying that if you ground the ball with your torso, it counts as grounded. I wasn't sure. At all. And I thought we had a chance. I thought, well, if he's grounded with his torso, we'll be all right here. I have since come home and read a comment of Burgess saying that he thought that was the rules too. And I've read something that says it's a grey area. But it's a shame. It's an awful way to lose a game. I honestly and genuinely thought we were the best team. I'm going to look now and see whether or not I'm right. Or today and tomorrow I'm going to look at probably half tonight and half tomorrow. What I will say again is there was lots of high tackles. A couple of them that were done that went unpunished. Many of the high tackles I just don't believe were high tackles. I think we're getting much too soft for all we're being careful. Even some of the ones given to Warrington I don't think were right. When a man's sliding and going down and he gets touched on his head, not hit, not strong arm, just touched, that to me shouldn't be a penalty. When you genuinely hit them there, I think Curry hit someone, hit them, caught them, and his hand went up, but he did high tackle. I'm thinking, no, he's got him here. The hand went up, but it never hurt him. There was no malice in it. There was no stiff arm in it. There was nothing that would hurt anybody. I just think we're going a bit too far. I really do. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I've rambled a long time. I've rambled too long. Maybe somebody will comment on what they think, and maybe somebody will say, Grumpy, you're an absolute pillock. But that's just me. You've got my opinion, and that's it, and I'll stand by it as well.